I'm good, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
It's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the digs after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Oh, well, I can understand that apparently.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Sarah.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. Thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Sarah. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
What? He thinks you'll become like a rogue, indoctrinated madman, trying to destroy the entire organic life in the universe. That's a bit strange, isn't it?
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power, no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Too bad.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Not true.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop it. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
You know, C-Sec is Citadel security. Why would they care about the Citadel security if like, it's the entire... Well, I don't even know. Rex, buddy, how do you feel about the Rachni?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Well, that's not what I wanted to talk about, but okay.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Oh, you knew him?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
Fair enough.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
He recruited you, did he?
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing? Masturbating?
I don't really care, Rex.
What?
Watch yourself.
What? Are you serious? Did I just get trolled by the game?
Shepard,
Oh, bugger. Okay. Well, apparently we're not continuing that conversation.
Are your people really dying?
we're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
I'm not going to say so, because I already know what he's implying by that, so... Apparently I can't talk to him about the
So long,
bloody
Rex.
thing, which is what I wanted to talk about, unfortunately. For some reason, clicking on whatever the fuck it was, the option I clicked on, said, I don't really care.
Commander,
How are we doing?
Opinion on the last mission.
you mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. You made the right decision, sir. You know, you really should talk to Tisoni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just
I already
saying,
have.
Commander.
Why can't I talk to everyone but Rex about the Rachni situation? Or maybe it was at the end of that convo and I fucked it up.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
I was daydreaming there a bit, but... that's unprofessional.
Are
Okay.
you interested in the lieutenant chief?
Of course not, sir. Fraternization is against regulations. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. She's going to be drag on about some annoying poetry and fucking war-torn history, isn't she?
Your family seems to be important to you.
And unfortunately, that's the topic of the bloody situation.
Close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Investigate? I don't want to. No, I don't want to investigate. Balls to that.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
I don't really care, to be honest. My dad was gone a lot. Tell me about it. I guess let's go for the extra info option.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Vid mails? Why is that a question mark? You know what those are.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
No means no, apparently, to whatever that is referring to.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Okay, that's a bit strange in one sense at least.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's a bit... Isn't that, like, illegal?
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
God, it's on and on with you, isn't it?
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming.
Oh, God.
Much have I seen in
Yawn-a-rama.
cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Shut your hole. I'm fucking done with this. I've always liked this. What's this crap?
Poetry? You gonna bore the enemy to death, Marine?
Oh yeah, that's
Dad
exactly how I
would never
feel.
forget, but I'll give it a shot. Just like to remember why we fight.
You don't fight to fucking recite terrible poetry to your commanding officer.
He had a dozen versions when he retired.
It's a good piece. I have to lie now.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching though.
Good. Can I leave?
From
Fuck's
where we
sake.
go after death.
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
There's no God. Shut up.
That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Keep it to yourself, you fuck. Oh, I wish I could, but this is very tense because, normally in real life I'd say yes. I'd fucking go mad about it, but jeez, it's Mass Effect. It has to count. Ugh.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. It says so on the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it.
I'm not.
I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez.
Yes!
Hello,
That's exactly what you should be. Ugh.
Look at this galaxy and not believe in something. I should get back to my duties.
What?
Didn't mean to take
Would
up
you?
too much of your time.
It's all science.
Dismissed, Chief.
Everything's science. How could you? Fuck. Jesus. Believe in Schrodinger's cat or something. God, anything but that. Okay. You know, I really wish you would take in consideration that there's other people I have to talk to. God almighty. What is this, the bloody Mass Effect Ashley Dialogue Edition? God. Okay. I guess I'm XP for this. I'm not going to talk to Engineer Adams because he's not a main bloody character.
Hello, Shepard.
Unfortunately, she's going to drag on about engineering and the flotilla and her bloody people. Like I need this.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing.
Here we go.
Your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
We kind of are,
The Normandy
aren't you?
runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
What? How? It's too quiet to sleep.
Silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down.
Just realised your armour's low
Guess you don't
res.
have to worry about that.
Bugger.
But old habits die hard.
Whenever you talk to Tally, the frame rate
It's
drops
more than
down.
just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait.
Oh,
for
back
it.
home, the flotilla,
I
all the
couldn't
crap.
wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
So you're homesick, but you're putting in an annoyingly long dialogue-y version.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You're going back, are you? Well, probably.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Boring investigations into boring investigations. Let's just go talk to Joker, see if he's got any witty comments to make on the situation, then we'll leave it off there. Because criminy, I've been awake for hours. And I bet I just in the bloody recording with a hefty bit of accent. Been pretty absent from the entire recording session. I only go into it for about 5 seconds max and then get out. It's kind of not the safe zone, is it? It's kind of like, well, I kind of enjoy doing it, but people probably think it's really annoying. And if that's what you think, then you probably already stopped listening, but if there's like one strange Scottish man who really likes the accent and is patriotic, then they're glad that I'm undertaking the duty. God, I wish Joker was Scottish. Joker, what's the latest?
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
Whoa, you just got to sit here in a warm bloody ship and I had to go, oh, you know what, never mind. Ship status report.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Yeah, probably not in the way that you think though, so let's just talk.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I didn't mean to insult you, Joker.
I'm sorry, Joker. I
Much.
didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Well, lucky for you, you just have to sit in this chair all your damn life. Okay. How'd you get your nickname? That'd be interesting.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Oh, God. I must be a little child. Yeah, alright.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Okay, I don't really care about your disease, so
I
goodbye.
have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Let's say everything I want to say. But fuck it hell, Joker's a lad. Right, 20 FPS. Maybe it's gone down to that because my hard drive may have suffered a big loss in space over the last 3 hours of recording. Then again, it's got 500 gig on it, so it shouldn't. Okay, I think that about wraps it up for now, considering it has been quite a fucking while, and it's 4:20 in the morning, and I started this recording at like 1. So, guys, I sure do hope you enjoy the overlong sense of very strange recording sessions with long dialogue with random poets and god worshippers. Cool jokes from the pilot, the lead character being a twat sometimes, killing off species that were dead 2,000 years ago, big black blobs fighting around killing other big black blobs, the never-ending adventures of Novaria, and all the other crap on the Citadel I did at the beginning. Can't even remember most of it because it was so bloody long ago. But that's that for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I have probably got to record some other stuff actually tomorrow or today, Red Faction and New Vegas, because those are the things I've got shortages on. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all whenever I decide to record next. Just let me save on camera so that you know I'm not bluffing or something. Because there'll be some conspiracy nut out there be like, oh, you didn't save, how do we know you're not hacking or something? And I'll be like, oh, for God's sake. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.